We have been running landing pages for years. Let it be our company pages or our clients. From making $10,000 in 72 hours, or $25,000 in 1 week, or $100,000 in 22 days. I can say one thing. The format of landing pages has changed quite a bit. We are running 8 different variations of landing pages right now, and this one format of landing page has been the best one so far. And this is the exact format what I'm going to talk today. And if you're someone who is trying to get this particular format done for you in your business, then do make sure to book a call in the calendar link below. Let's go. So here I am in the landing page format. The first and foremost thing which you will see is of course this one, which is a big promise, which is 92% of clients get results in 90 days. This is one format which works out really well if you're running ads. It gives a bold claim, it gives a time span with it. So it is very essential. The next one is of course the hero segment, which is the build a distribution legacy with your company name or anything else which you want. Or if it's a coaching program, it can be your coaching headline. And a bit about you, which is the positioning tagline, which is a boutique agency that scales and grows. And one thing you have to keep in mind, you have to be result focused. Unless you're doing that, unless you're putting numbers, unless you're putting some timeline into it, it will not work out. So that is the format of this particular area. On the right hand side, if you look about it in this particular way, this is the format where the taglines are on the left side, VSL is on the right side, and not the typical structure where the tagline is on the upper part and VSL is right below it. This one's work well right now because it's easier to read from left to right, and the VSL is something I'm going to talk today. As you know, in 2025, since we are in the short span economy, 40 to 50 minute VSL is not the most converting one right now. Ideal length is 7 to 8 minutes. That's the ideal length which I will recommend you to do. However, if it's a service and not a coaching program, then I will recommend 2 to 3. Say the service you provide, to whom you provide, and the results you can bring to them, then this particular format will work out really well. And below it, of course, is the CTA, which has the scarcity rule. If it's a product, I will also recommend adding a timer to it, which is like 8 days left, some sort of that, right? So this is a primary CTA we are going with. Once that is done, the next format or the next slide which we have to do is the social proof metric. Why should the one choose you as the go-to person for this particular service or the coaching program? You have to write that down because we are in the 0.1% of the space. As you can see, we have a 2 club button. We have 8 YouTube play buttons. So we understand the funnel game. We understand the organic marketing game really, really well. That is why we are the top 0.1% of the space. We have created 7,000 plus ad creatives and social media videos. We have generated $33 million across companies of our own, not our client companies, by the way, across the client companies of our own. We own multiple SaaSes, YouTube channels, agencies. That's the revenue we brought for ourselves. So remember what we can do for you. It is some kind of that. This is our personal page, so all the data is our personal data. But of course, whoever is taking inspiration from this has to integrate the similar logic to his or her business or consulting or the coaching program. A tangible outcome, which is 1.5 billion views, which is not the easiest number to get. This is only when a person has authority over the niche. These are not normal results. These are the lines you should put in a landing page. Below of which should be 3 testimonials. They talk of the outcome and the problem they had and how you as the go-to person solved that problem via your course or your service. Few lines from the testimonials itself. Then the next one is a very simple one, and the psychology is working like this. First, you tell them about what you do. You are the go-to person of what you do, why you are the go-to person of that particular thing, and then after that you have to just showcase in a very simple step, maybe 3 steps or 5 steps of what is the way of working with you, or maybe get your product or get your course. This is the general way. Book a call, fill a form, then we'll talk, we'll dive into your goals, the kind of results you're looking for, and then after that we'll prepare all the extra things for you. That is the general way of doing this. Another way to portray this is, let's say if it's a cohort, then what is there in what is there in week 1? What is there in week 2? What is there in week 3? So on and so forth. That is also working out right. And then after every point, what you have to do is you have to put the CTA. Then after that, a bit more of what the system will be like, or what the course contains, or what the program contains, or what the service contains. So you have to write them down in a stackable format, just like this. And your offer stack should be around this area. This is typically of what an offer stack looks. I'll just put it on the screen. Once that is done, what you have to do is you have to go for the result grid. This is the most important part of this particular funnel structure. As you have seen, a lot of funnels has a lot of text into it because it is said whoever is reading the text has an intent to buy. That is the most important thing. But we are bypassing this because in 2025, people's attention span has reduced a lot. So we are just focused on the results. These are the irresistible results you can bring to their businesses in maybe a span of time. This is what is working right now. Long landing pages, yes, those work a lot, but this is specifically targeted for people in 2025. It is irresistible. It shows all the things they are looking for. It shows a timeline they can expect to get those results, and you are the go-to person they can reach out to for this kind of results, right? So it's like testimonial grid, CTA, results grid, a bit more on what we do, a bit more of the results, and again the CTA. As simple as that. It is a very small funnel. It is extremely crucial that you follow this exact format in this exact way. The next thing you can do after this is, of course, add a FAQ section. If and only if you have a course or a product or of that sort. Otherwise, if you have a service, I'll recommend to do it in this way. Once this particular button is clicked, you will go to the calendar link. Sorry about my handwriting though. So in the calendar link, what you have to do is you have to jot down a bunch of questions. You qualify the person here itself. You can retarget, you can set up a pixel in this particular calendar link. Once you set up a pixel in this calendar link, you can retarget later on. But for now, you can just take out the names, the phone number, the questions, the budget the person has. If the booking did not go through by the person, then you already have their pixel data and you can retarget them later in a retargeting ad. That's one way to do it. Another way you can do it is, let's say they don't have the budget. You can set up a flow in such a way that if they have low budget, they can go to another funnel, that's one, or they can get a free product. In return, you collect their email and you blast them off with a soap opera email sequence by Russell Brunson. That works really well. And the other option is, of course, if the budget fits, then the call is booked. And then they go to a thank you page where you are congratulating them that thank you so much for booking a call. You are having the meta pixel take account of that as a lead collected and your data is stored. That's the typical 3-step workflow I'll recommend if you're building landing pages right now. If you're someone who is trying to get this particular system integrated in your business, then you can book a free consultant session with our team. If you're someone who likes this kind of videos, then do make sure to subscribe. I'm Sammy and peace out.